I just wanted to put a reminder out there into the universe that when we ask for patience, we aren't just given perfect patience. Instead, life gives us situations where impatience would be the easiest response, and it gives us the chance instead to cultivate patience. And so it does, in a sense, give us patience, but it gives us the opportunity for us to cultivate it into ourselves. I feel like a lot of people, especially in the New Age community, feel like there's just these quick fixes. Manifestation toxicity culture is what I'm calling it. Like, we don't just pray for things and get them. If we put our desires out into the universe for these kinds of things that we want, we will be given opportunities to build them for ourselves. I think that that's just kind of like natural cognitive bias, is that when we prime our brain to want to see something, we find more of it because we're looking for it. And it seems kind of no duh, but there's, legitimate neuroscience behind this. Like when you see a car that's a weird color, and you're like, oh, I never see that colored car. And then you see that colored car like 5 more times that day, and you're like, I guess I do. It's just because your brain was looking for it. And so it is with like opportunities for patience or kindness or gratitude. We don't just get to ask for these things and perfect gratitude and love and acceptance and inner stability come to us. That's not how life works. I wish it did, but it doesn't. And it's actually kind of beautiful that it doesn't, because we get given opportunities to build these things ourselves. And I kind of feel like it matters more that way. If we were already naturally a certain way, then there wouldn't be the joy and adventure in becoming that way. We'd just already be that way. I think we forget that it is a blessing to be able to go from someone so impatient to someone who you couldn't break their good mood while they're waiting, and I'm not there yet. I would like to be one day, but I don't just get given that. I have to build that up. And so I look for opportunities in my day to build patience in the times where my immediate reaction is like frustration, like say I'm driving behind a really slow person. I'm really bad with road rage. I have been really bad in the past. I am getting better, slowly but surely. But I'll notice that frustration when behind someone really slow. And I'm like, okay, there's 2 things that could happen that I can think of right now. Either I can let my impatience grow and grow and grow and explode into like me saying something angry in the car. It's not very pleasant though. It's the easiest action, but it's not the most pleasant one. It doesn't bring me joy. And then my other option is, instead of letting impatience grow, start cognitively trying to decide, like, how can I choose to feel no rush, no worry, no anger, no frustration in this moment when I'm behind a slow person. Sometimes that looks like, I don't care, I'm going to put a song on that I want to sing along to, and I'm going to be so busy singing and car dancing while I drive that I don't even care that I'm behind someone going 5 miles under the speed limit. Whatever. And we get to have those creative choices of how we learn the lesson. Do we want it to be fun and exciting to learn and like filled with gratitude? Because you can do that. You just have to choose it, and it's easy and it's hard. Because some of those easy choices, those negative emotions, are just so much easier. They take so much less energy to choose. It takes a lot of energy to try and accept these gifts of opportunities from the universe to grow and change who you are as a person. But it really is a beautiful ride, a beautiful adventure, becoming the person you really have always wanted to be, And I think a lot of us live in this, like, at least me, I lived in cognitive bias for a really long time. Like, I saw who I wanted to be, but who I was someone different. And so bringing those 2 into alignment, I think, just creates for a much more fulfilling and satisfactory life. And I think a lot of us are much further from the person we want to be than we even admit to ourselves. I'm sure there are parts where I'm still not even admitting, the things I need to change to myself. And that's part of the mystery of it. I get to read the book of me and really discover through like reflection who I have honestly been and who I'm honestly becoming, and what my goals are from there that can be realistic. Because I think too, cognitive distortion then leads to like almost like delusional thing. I saw this meme the other day, and it was like, all of my goals depend on a version of myself with the motivation and discipline that I've never once had a day in my life. And like, it's funny, but like, that's cognitive distortions, and like, you know, we aren't seeing ourselves clearly, and that makes us unable to realistically plan. You know, it's not, we have to accept if we don't have a sense of discipline or motivation, we have to accept that we have to build that slowly. And that's where the discipline is built, in the process of building discipline, right? And so, I don't know. I've been rambling on more than I intended to, but I made this video because I wanted to put out into the universe and remind people that every negative can also simultaneously be an opportunity to grow something better. And that doesn't mean gaslight people and tell them that their pain doesn't matter. It means that you can learn to hold these two opposing feelings within yourself and reconcile them, that yes, experiences in life will be sad and painful, and yes, it's a chance to make something good out of it if you want to, but you have to choose that. It won't just naturally come. Bad things naturally have this propensity to just be bad until we stop and redirect the flow of the badness, you know? And we have to be like, okay, I see all the pain and damage and hurt it's caused, and I don't want it to continue. I can grieve these pains while also building towards something better. And I think every human has that capability. We have to choose it. And for some people it might be harder to choose than for others. For some people it might be easier, you know? We're all different, and that's going to be part of our different stories that we all have in life, you know? And there's something really beautiful about the uniqueness of that. We live in a world of infinite variation. There are infinite stories to be told. And you get to pick yours. That's really cool. That's really cool. For better or for worse. And once we understand this too, there is sometimes, I feel like, the dread of responsibility that comes with like, oh, I'm in control of my actions and my reactions and my emotions and my thoughts. Like, oh, cool. Now it all lies on me, and it does. But we take it as we go, and we do the best we can. And even if our best only looks like 1% of someone else's best, if we know in our heart of hearts, in our souls, in our minds, in our hearts and spirits, if we know that it was our best, the best we could do at the time, doesn't mean the best we can do now, but, you know, if it's something in the past, the best we could do with what we had at the time, emotionally, socially, intelligently, like, physically, then it's good enough. Your best is literally the very best you can do, so you can't ask for more from yourself. That's unrealistic. All you can do is your best. And sometimes we can't even do our best. Sometimes we can only do good. Sometimes we can only give half of our best. But maybe that's really our best, right? Yeah. Keep looking for opportunities, though, to grow your best. I don't know. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and hopefully this message can get to the people that need to hear it, that really need to start recognizing that life is talking to them, offering them opportunities to grow, to develop. Life speaks to us all the time. It's just rarely are we quiet enough to listen. And quiet isn't just no sound. I think quiet, too, is kind of like this state of being, a more like receptive kind of quiet, you know? Being willing to reflect and think weird new things for ourselves, and a lot of wisdom comes from that, I think. We can find opportunities anywhere we look for them. Bye.